My name is Lori Wooten. I'm a program administrator for RHA Health Services. We are based out of Kingsport, Tennessee, the unit I'm with. My aha moment was probably about 12 years ago, 13 years ago. I've worked in this field for almost 20 years, and when I started working, we used the team approach where the team got together. We decided what we felt like that person needed or wanted. We put that in place. Sometimes that person was involved, sometimes they weren't, and we just did it. I lived in North Carolina, and when they started going through the outcome process in North Carolina, I went through a training called Essential Lifestyle Planning. And in that training, I was actually becoming a trainer for, we had to talk about our routines. And my routine in my head was, get up in the morning, I shower, I get dressed, I go to work. And she said, that's not your routine. And after thinking about it, I realized that my routine is really long and it's a little bit OCD. But what I also realized in my aha moment was when I went into the group homes, when I was doing direct care, that I imposed my routines on the individuals that we supported, and how wrong that is, because my routine works for me, but it doesn't work for you or you or you or anyone else. And that we really needed to sit back and look at the routines of the individuals that we were working with. Once that happened, we started asking, and that's when it worked. We started asking, what's important to you? What do you want to do? How do you want to do this? This is how I do it. This works for me. How do you want to do it? And that's when we started really putting things in place that worked for that individual, and that individual, and that individual. And we saw people were happier. The mornings in the group homes were so much easier. Of course, then we went into the supported living homes, and they were smaller homes, and it was a lot easier to incorporate those thoughts with 2 or 3 people, with one staff. And just things seem to run so much better. And what we've seen since then, RHA has been CQL accredited for about 12 years, is our individuals are getting out more. They're doing things. Social roles have meaning to our individuals. We train our staff from day one on social roles, and we ask staff to look at their social roles and their social capital and what's important to them so that they can personalize that concept. And then once they understand, because nobody just, my social roles are. Once they understand that piece of it, then they can take that into the homes and work with the individuals on what the individual social roles are and what their routines and rituals and what's important to them and what they like and don't like and what they want. And then we can really build on that versus what I think that this person over here wants and what I think is most important for that person. So that was really an awakening moment for me. And when I train staff to this day, 12, 15 years later, I still use that example as this is my day, and whatever you think of my day, you think of, but it works for me. Now, go into a home and work with somebody else. If I push my thoughts and my opinions and what works for me on somebody else, we're going to have a bad day. It's not going to work out. And that really was my aha moment. It wasn't one specific instance with an individual. It was what I learned and then was able to take back. Still remember that training, however long ago it was, and still use that to this day. And RHA, the culture that we've created with our CQL process has been person-centered excellence and person-centered planning, and we really truly do try to put that person in the middle. And we're so excited that DIDD is becoming CQL accredited because that's only going to enable us to further pursue that.